How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to show you exactly what it's like to drive the all-new 2021 Mercedes S-Class. Now, in the United States, there are two engine options available for the S-Class. There's the base model S500, which starts at $109,800 and comes with a 3-liter turbocharged 6-cylinder. If you upgrade to the S580, that gives you a 4-liter twin turbocharged V8, making 496 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. Comes standard as all-wheel drive, mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission, and is capable of doing 0 to 60 in just 4.4 seconds. But the real magic happens in the interior. Note the door handles are now flush with the bodywork. When you go ahead and unlock the S-Class, the door handles pop out, and you can pull it to let yourself in. First, we're gonna explore the rear of the Mercedes, and then we'll hop into the front and take it for a drive. Look at the amount of legroom I have in here. It is absolutely wild. Headroom as well. The rear seat experience is truly phenomenal. We even have a pen holder right here. I've never seen a pen holder in a car before, as well as some cup holders. Now you can recline the rear seats like that. They're also cooled, and you can adjust the front seat from the right seat so you can add a little bit of extra legroom. Now, if you opt for the executive line trim, you actually get a fold out leg rest and some other features, as well as screens in the rear. But even in standard form, it's absolutely gorgeous back here. Now, to see the interior a little bit more clearly, let's go ahead and drive it over to a shadier area, particularly to show you how impressive the ambient lighting is in this vehicle. It is actually out of this world. The S-Class pioneered fancy ambient lighting, but they've taken it to a whole nother level inside of the new S-Class. Right now, it's got this gorgeous purple that's fading into blue. There are 64 different ambient light colors to choose from, which you select in the screen here. We'll go over to settings, then light, ambient lighting, manage settings. If we go to monochrome, there are 64 different options. Set it to red. That looks nice. If we go over to multicolor, we actually have different themes like Malibu sunset that's fading in and out, almost all the colors of a sunset, flowing nicely. It just looks absolutely incredible. We've got massaging seats, of course, with 10 different massage settings. I've never seen 10 different settings before, but how cool is that? The seat adjustments are incredible as well. And check this out, automatic seat positioning. It can actually adjust the seat for you if you select your height. So let's pretend I am 7'3", start positioning. All of a sudden, it is moving the seat to fit somebody who is 7'3", which is not myself. Not even close. Okay, I'm too far away to even touch the screen. Go back to 5'11", please. 5'12" and 6 foot. I love how there's 5'12" as well as 6 foot. I'm gonna start calling myself 5'12" from now on. Start position. Now it is bringing me back forward. We've got lovely paddles mounted behind the steering wheel that feel great in your hands. I love the flowing lines trim that wraps around the interior. The seats are unbelievably comfortable and supportive. We've got tons of storage space everywhere. Now, the screens also have 3D and augmented reality built in, which I'll show you when we get out onto the road. But truly, the new S-Class is an experience that you have to see for yourself in person. It is truly a remarkable, incredible vehicle, and I have to give Mercedes props for doing such a good job with the new S-Class. All right, let's go ahead and take it out onto the road. In order to put it into reverse, we select the stock and press the button up there. Now we got a really nice surround view camera, which you can actually click this and drag around the car to see in a real-time environment, like there is actually people walking right there, what is going on around you. Or you can select a top view, which has a really cool feature right here. See these little lines? Watch what happens when I actually start to get close to something like this pole up there. Let's see if it senses it. Check it out. It's actually picking up that pole and bending this line to show me that there is danger ahead. That is pretty awesome and unbelievably accurate. Now, parking assistant, this can actually scan along and see if there's any parallel parking spots available, and it will actually steer for you into the spot if you're bad at parallel parking. How wild is that? Of course, it's got Distronic Plus, so it's got practically self-driving. It can speed itself up, slow itself down, etc., etc. But all right, let's go ahead and take it out on the road. Behind the wheel of the new S-Class now, and it rides like a magic carpet riding on top of clouds. I'm going over a terribly bumpy road, and the air suspension is sucking up every single bump. The ride quality in this vehicle is actually unbelievably impressive and feels every bit as comfortable as a Rolls-Royce Ghost or Phantom that costs 3, 4, or 5 times as much. Mercedes always does a good job with the S-Class suspension, making it incredibly comfortable and relaxing, but they have taken things to an entirely different level with the new S-Class. It actually feels like you're almost not even touching the ground, like you're just hovering right above it. Now, we've got a multitude of driving modes to choose from. Right now we are in comfort mode, but if we use this dynamics toggle, we can go into eco mode, we can go into sport mode or sport plus. I imagine most S-Class drivers aren't going to be using Sport Plus, but hey, we do have paddles mounted behind the steering wheel that actually feel surprisingly good to the touch and respond pretty well. 9-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. It actually picks up pretty quickly. Now, of course, this car is not all about acceleration. You could easily say, well, for the same price, you could get a Plaid that does 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. And that's absolutely true. But I'm sorry, does the Tesla have an interior like this? Not even close. I mean, it is unbelievable in here. I love these pillows. They feel fantastic on your neck. It's just an unbelievably relaxing experience. The wheel feels great in your hands. It's nice and light. Everything you touch feels great. In fact, the seat controls look like they'd actually be buttons, but in fact, they actually just have kind of this haptic feedback where you touch it a little bit and it moves. I kind of like that they're stationary. And I'm in love with this trim that wraps all the way around the dash. Now you'll notice the air vents are different than before. They are rectangular instead of circular. You can control the airflow using that toggle right there, as well as changing the temperature down here. Notice when I lower the temperature, the ambient lighting goes blue. When I raise the temperature, the ambient lighting goes red. It's giving me a traffic light view in case there's any pedestrians in the road, which is quite nice. We also have 3D graphics for navigation. How crazy is that? Now, when navigation is actually up and I've got directions in, it'll show little augmented reality arrows, one by one, showing me that I need to turn left here on Van Nuys Boulevard. It's literally like playing Forza and having the line that shows you the proper line around the track. How crazy is that? Now we've got customizable modes for the front display as well. Unfortunately, this specific car doesn't have the 3D display. It's crazy. So there's actually a camera system inside the screen itself that monitors your eyes to create 2 slightly different images in the display, creating a 3D effect, which isn't possible to be captured on camera. This car actually doesn't have it. And they even have an augmented reality heads-up display that shows arrows projected out onto the road. But we've got different styles to choose from. That's classic theme. Now we've got exclusive. And then my personal favorite is sport. That is pretty crazy. I like it. Now, the selector for park, reverse, neutral, drive feels nice. It's not quite as solid as I would have expected, but I do like that they're no longer plastic all the way. They've got this nice metal to juxtapose against that plastic. Overall, I mean, there is such limited plastic in this interior. It's actually insane and kind of hard to find. We've got ample storage space everywhere. We've got nice storage space here with wireless charging and cup holders, as well as a ton of storage space in here. This car is unbelievably easy and soothing to drive. Seriously, anyone could drive this. The visibility is fantastic. Because these cars have rear axle steering, the maneuverability is unbelievable around town and in tight spaces. In fact, if you get the executive line car with the 10-degree rear wheel steering, it means the rear wheels can turn 10 degrees in the opposite direction of the fronts. The wheelbase, the turning radius is effectively shortened by 6.5 feet, which gives it the equivalent turning radius of Mercedes' smallest sedan, the A-Class, while you're in an S-Class. Now, we are stuck in traffic, which usually particularly isn't the best thing to be doing, but in the S-Class, it is so comfortable that you just don't care at all. Obviously, we have automated cruise control with lane keep assist, Distronic Plus. You can steer yourself within the lanes. speed itself up, slow itself down. It also has self-parking features where it can pull up to a parallel parking spot, actually scan for it, and then park the vehicle, which is a pretty trick feature, to be honest. It is so quiet in here. I love how isolated the cabin is from the surrounding environment in this busy and bustling city. You literally don't hear anything other than my air conditioning or if I was playing music. It's so nice and quiet. You get a little bit of engine note from that V8, but not a lot, and I think it's done in the perfect amount of penetration into the cabin. I love these seats. The design language is absolutely stunning. They're very, very, very comfortable, particularly this headrest up here, and the levels of adjustability are insane. If we go ahead and go into the main settings here, by the way, this new MBUX user interface is incredible. Go ahead into comfort. Then seat settings, you can actually change the side bolsters as well as, check this out, the lumbar support is insane, how you can control that. And then there are 10 different massage settings to choose from. Let's do deep workout. Getting a deep workout? Well, I'm driving the new Mercedes S-Class. It doesn't get a whole bunch better than that. I gotta give a special shout out to Keys Mercedes for making this video possible. I've got a link in the description below to their website. You can actually get this specific car or one of their incredible, oh my gosh, that is actually kind of overwhelming, this deep workout. Keys Mercedes has an absolutely incredible inventory, so make sure to check them out if you are looking for a Mercedes. Now, optional is this Burmester 4D sound system that actually has resonators inside the seats themselves to make you actually feel the sound instead of just hear it. How crazy is that? There's some features in this car that really just are out of this world. Let's see how good the turning radius is. This doesn't even have that 10 degrees of rear wheel steering. Can we make this turn? Not quite. I love the 360-degree camera here, that overlay, top view. It's got one of the best 3D surround view camera systems in the business. Well, with that, the new Mercedes S-Class is better than the old S-Class in every single fathomable way. It feels more comfortable. The technology is more impressive. It's got augmented reality. It's got 3D. It's got ambient lighting that could impress literally lighting professionals. I love this car, and honestly, someday, I really want one of these as a daily driver, as it is truly an incredible experience behind the wheel. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next video.